Now let's style our page so it looks more beautiful and we can transform this page into this beautiful design. So let's get started. I am in style.css and we're going to start off with the body. So for the body, we need a background color for this. So I'm going to say background color. And I've copy pasted a particular color for the background. Save, refresh, and that color is there. Next, we do not want these additional margins on the side, right? So I'm going to come over here and say margin should be like 20 pixels on top and bottom, and on the sides it should be 0. Save, refresh, and you see the margins on top and bottom are 20 pixels, and on the sides it's no margins. All right, moving on, we do not want the serif default font over here. We want to change the entire font for the entire website. So I'm going to come over here and say font dash family, and I'm going to say sans serif. All right, save, refresh, and you see all the fonts are sans serif now. All right, so that's a little bit better. Now, the next thing we want to do is that we have this wrapper element, or the div with the class of wrapper, which is containing the entire website. All right, so we want that particular wrapper to be white in background, and we want to actually have a certain width for that as well. So I'm going to come in over here and say wrapper dot wrapper, actually, because it's a class of wrapper, and I'm going to say the width for this should be 800 pixels wide, and you want to set the margin. Since we want it to be in the center, we want to make the margins to be 0 on the top and bottom, and on the sides it should be auto, like such. All right, so save and refresh, and if I make this like such, you see it's 800 pixels wide, and this entire wrapper is in the middle of the page. All right, so far so good, perfect. Now moving on, we want to make the background color for this as white. All right, save, refresh, and you see it's white in color, so now it's getting a little bit more beautiful. All right, moving on. One thing we want is we want rounded borders on this particular wrapper. So I'm going to simply come in over here and say border radius is 10 pixels. Save, refresh, and you see it's rounded over here and on all sides over here. Perfect. Now let's make the header section a little bit more beautiful. All right, so I'm going to come over here and say what is inside our header. The header is actually just an element, and inside we have this logo, div with an ID of logo. All right, so we're going to come over here and say, okay, header, we kind of need some padding around it. All right, so we're going to say padding should be, let's say, 50 pixels. So kind of we have spacing, and spacing is everything when it comes to design. You see, it's already looking a little bit better. Now we want to change the size of this font. So I'm going to simply come on over here and say header, go to the header element with, and inside there should be a child which with an ID of logo, and find that particular element and make the font size of it twice of its normal size. So I'm going to say 2EM. Save, refresh, and you see it's bigger in size, twice as big as its normal size. Perfect. So we're gonna leave over here since we have actually already designed some part of our website. You see already this page looks beautiful. The next video, we're gonna look at the rest of the parts over here. We're gonna design these particular body area and the useful links. All right, and I'm gonna talk to you in the next video.